We're installing windows today. Shout out to Judah Maxwell for finding the fluff ball in the last video. And again, find this little piggy and I'll give you a shout out on my next video. Just put a timestamp in the comments and feel free to say anything that you'd like. This is my friend Jeff. He also has a ProMaster van and we're putting in a motion windows sliding window, two of them, one big one in the doors you see here, and there's going to be a smaller one in the back above his bed. So right now we are making templates. So we are just going to trace around this. Here, I'll hold up on this. Go ahead. So these windows have a bend right in the middle. You can see the bend. And people talk like it bends the sheet metal a little bit, but they don't talk like it's an issue. So we're gonna figure it out. So, I haven't always used a template to install the windows. Some windows, you just use the OEM bead. The CRL windows tell you just to cut around the OEM bead. So caution there, the OEM bead is too big for those windows. Like, you need to cut like I would say 1/4 inch on each side of the bead, or inside of the bead, to make it a whole little smaller. But now we have this, it's perfect. I just measured it with the window. I measured this against the window and yeah, it's great. So we're gonna put this up, we're gonna tape it into place actually, and then we're gonna draw around it with a permanent marker. It's never gonna come off the thing. My friend Jeff here wants his window as high as possible in here from where the sink is and all of that. So you never wanna cut through this part right here. So what we're gonna do is drill one hole right here, one hole on the opposite side, and we're gonna line up that template with those holes. So that's what we're doing next. So we have the 2 holes drilled out right here. We're just gonna use that for alignment. And we said we were going to put it right in the middle, right? Yeah. That looks close. I didn't measure that first, I meant to. A quick tip regarding the template is I like to make it about 1/4 inch wider and taller than the actual window. So there's just barely a little bit of play. And you can make the template exactly the same size and then just cut on the outside of the line or cut right on the line, which actually makes it slightly bigger. So we just put up some nice blue masking tape just along the outline the line basically, which is really helpful for a contrasting color to follow. And also I put it on the outside because while you're going with the jigsaw, you're gonna scratch, and you wanna scratch this paint that's gonna stay here, not the metal. I think we might double these up too. So we're making a hole right here for the jigsaw bit to fit into. Inside the door, we taped up a plastic garbage bag just to catch all the metal shavings as we were cutting the hole out for the window. For everyone making your own cuts at home, I can't tell if I'm yelling when I have that on. When you're on 0, it's really great for a straight cut. And as you approach 1, 2, or 3, most jigsaws have this. What is this, a $50 one you said? Mm-hmm. On Amazon. $50 on Amazon. As you go up to number 3, you can do bigger and bigger curves. So I like to use it leave it on 1 on the straight parts, and I actually turn it as I go into the corner. Or like, stop. Take your finger off the trigger, move it, put your finger back on the trigger. Another big tip while you're cutting is never pull out the saw until it's done moving, because what will happen is you pull it out and that thing is still bouncing back and forth, and it's going to bounce into the metal and dent the metal, and it could dent the side that you actually want to keep nice and flat. So never pull out until the saw is done moving. Right here we're trimming down this vertical piece of metal that the window trim is going to screw against. So if you don't do this, it's not going to make a very flat surface for that piece. Now we're just doing a dry fit just to make sure everything fits, make sure we don't have any burrs sticking out, and something that'll keep the window from going in before we put the double-sided foam adhesive. Here I'm just filing off all the burrs. It's really nice to have a smooth surface even though it's all covered up, but it'll keep the foam nice and flat against the metal. And also we're about to paint the edge of it, and it really helps to paint a smooth surface rather than painting something that has a bunch of burrs all over it. I have some Pour 15 here. Link will be in the description as well. You can buy little cans of this, and once you pop the lid off and use it one time and put it back on, it's basically sealed forever, and the stuff just goes bad instantly. So if you get a spray can, get a little cup. I cut this one down. And you could use this. Dab it, paint it.
It smells really good.
This stuff stays good. Right here we are putting on the weather stripping, which is, I believe it's a 1/4 inch by a 1/2 inch, and it has adhesive on both sides of it. The link is below if you'd like to get some yourself. These windows from Motion Windows actually came with weather stripping. So this part, we're putting the screws in, and you'll see a track that goes all the way around the window, and the screws will go inside that track, and it's really close to the edge of the window. And also you want to start from the top middle, or from the bottom middle in this case. There's two different pieces that go on. And you want to follow, like you start from the middle and then work your way out on both sides, and make sure that the metal on the edges don't overlap. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. give me some feedback or comments below, and I look forward to getting you more videos soon. Also, if you're in the Santa Cruz area, or you'd like to come to Santa Cruz, it's beautiful here, and you'd like us to install your windows for you, just shoot an email to okgrayvans@gmail.com and schedule an appointment.